Hey guys, most of you know that we are having a pre-order sale on the wall. And a lot of you have asked if you could kind of hear an example of it in action before deciding to buy it. So here is that example. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough and you can make a better informed decision on whether or not you want to buy it. All right, so let's get started. So the whole idea behind the wall, well, before I say anything, obviously the graphics are not finished. This is kind of just a placeholder until the graphics get completely done, and then I'll stick them in. But all the functionality's there. Anyway, the idea behind this was I wanted to make a limiter that you can push hard without screwing up your mix and is easy to dial in. All right, so it has two modes, aggressive and smooth. And in addition to those two modes, it has this flavor control, which is really where you dial in your sound. So I'm just going to start out in default settings and push play on a kind of heavy rock song. Okay, so I'm going to push this thing loud. I'm satisfied with emptiness inside of me. Just take me. I'll be better when I'm gone. I'll break these bonds that I have made rise above. So tell me it's over now. Where do we go from now? When things fell apart. So you can hear from this example that moving this flavor knob to the left makes it a little more pumpy. Moving it to the right kind of favors the distortion. And so you can dial in your threshold exactly how loud you want it and then just move this until it sounds exactly the way you want it. If I move over to smooth mode, you'll notice that it favors compression a lot more than it favors distortion. And if I move this all the way to the left, it's the most pumpy setting there is, smooth to the left. I mean, that's a sound we've all heard, right? And there's a place for it, but it's clearly not this song. Let's move this flavor knob and see what it does. So it's plain for those who can't see. You're replaced by the warmth that was your lips. I'm satisfied with emptiness inside of me. Just take me. I'll be better when I'm gone. So what I find is that songs that tend to have more percussion, that are more driven by the drums, tend to work better with more aggressive settings. So flavor more toward the right or the aggressive setting, right? Now, however, when you get a song that is not percussion driven, your settings need to be completely different. So let me do another thing here. I'm just going to play some stuff on a piano so you can hear what's going on. So this is the aggressive setting and the flavor's turned up. You're going to notice immediately why this does not work. So clearly that's way too distorted for a piano. That's where smooth mode comes in. Bonk. So put it on smooth and you've got... All right, so you can hear that it's still getting loud. It's not doing that nasty distortion. And you can, again, flavor all the way to the left will be a little more. You'll hear it pumping a bit more. Flavor to the right, less pumping. I'd probably stick it somewhere right in the middle. So that's basically the idea. It's super easy to set your sound, right? Aggressive, smooth. That's an easy choice generally. And flavor. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So try to make this super simple. It has, some of these features are more standard. It has stereo link, dither, oversample up to 8x, and bypass, of course. Oh, I should talk about the sanity check button. What this does is it lets you check your sanity, because as you know, as you tend to push a mix hard, it tends to sound better just for the sake of it being louder. But we want to make sure it actually still sounds good compared to what's coming in. So what this does is you put on sanity check and it'll turn down your output to match the level of the input. So, oh, I'm unaggressive. I was going to say that sounds terrible. All right, smooth. So this is off, on. This is harder than I'd actually push it in real life. I'd probably put it up here. And move the flavor this way more. Okay, so super quick A/B check so you can make sure you're not really messing up your mix. Same thing goes with this.
For those who can't see, the cold replaced by the warmth that was young. I feel satisfied with emptiness inside of me.
Okay, so when you're done, make sure your sanity check is off, and you're good to go. That is basically it. Push your mix loud, give you all the tools you need to not screw it up, and I guess I don't need to talk anymore. Goodbye.